The neon lights flicker in the rain-soaked streets, casting long, haunting shadows across the towering skyscrapers that seem to pierce the sky. The city hums with the low buzz of technology, a blend of human and machine. People walk in silence, their faces hidden behind augmented visors, their thoughts no longer their own. In this dark future, the line between man and machine is blurred, and the corporations hold all the power. Welcome to the world of the Augmented Rebel. This is not just another city. It's a place where every step, every breath, every thought is monitored, where the air smells of synthetic rain and the sound of clanking gears fills the background. Here, the rich live in the sky, in towers that touch the clouds. Below, in the depths of the urban jungle, the rest of humanity survives, forced to live in the shadows of the corporate overlords. For years, the city has been controlled by the megacorporations. They chip every citizen, implanting them with devices that track their every move. They say it's for safety. They say it's for progress. But the truth? It's all a lie. These chips are a way to keep everyone in check, to ensure no one steps out of line, to erase any hope of rebellion. But there is one person who refuses to accept this fate. A young man, once a part of the protest group that tried to resist the corporate machine, is about to become something he never expected. He's about to gain a power that could change everything. And it starts with an implant, one that gives him more than just control over his own body. It happens one cold night in a dark alley, the kind of place where deals are made under the cover of darkness. The young man who had always been a fighter finds himself at the center of something much bigger than himself. He doesn't know it yet, but this chance encounter will shape the fate of the entire city. As the implants begin to take root in his system, his body reacts in ways he never imagined. His strength increases, his reflexes sharpen. He can feel the power coursing through his veins, but with it comes a terrifying sense of control. His mind fights against it, but the city around him is changing, and he has no choice but to adapt. The next few days are a blur. He spends time trying to control his new abilities, pushing the limits of what he can do. Every move feels amplified, every step a step closer to becoming something more than human. But with the power comes a price. The city watches, the corporations know, and they won't let him escape. As the young man begins to understand the full scope of his power, he realizes that he is no longer just fighting for survival. He is fighting for something much bigger. The corporations have created a world where they hold all the cards, but he has something they don't, the ability to change the rules, to turn the tables. With his newfound strength, he begins to take on the corporations in small ways. He starts by freeing those who have been forced to live under the corporate thumb. He hacks into systems, spreads the truth, and makes the corporations sweat. Each success only fuels his determination. But he knows this is just the beginning. The real battle is yet to come. Meanwhile, the city grows more dangerous. The streets are filled with mercenaries and corporate enforcers, each one a part of the system designed to crush any hope of rebellion. The young man realizes that in order to truly fight back, he'll need to rally others. The streets are filled with people who are desperate for change. They just need a leader. As his power grows, so does the risk. Every moment he spends out of sight is another moment the corporations can use to track him. He's become a target, and everyone is looking for him. But the more they look, the more he slips through their fingers, using his implants to blend into the shadows and disappear into the night. But not everyone is happy about his rise. There are those who fear what he represents. The corporations have their own plans for him, and not all of them are as friendly as the ones who gave him his powers. They know that if he continues to gain followers, the entire city could turn against them. And they can't allow that to happen. The rebellion grows. It's no longer just about one man fighting against the system. It's about a city waking up. The people are tired of being controlled, tired of being nothing more than pawns in a game they didn't ask to play. The young man becomes their symbol, their leader, the one who might be able to tear down the walls of this corporate prison. But the question remains, can one person, even with the power of 1,000, truly defeat the machine? Or will he become just another cog in the system he swore to destroy? The streets of the city are filled with uncertainty, and the future is a question mark. All he knows is this: he won't stop fighting until he has freed the people, no matter what the cost. As the rebellion intensifies, the young man faces an internal struggle. Every victory comes with a sacrifice. Every step forward feels like it's pulling him deeper into the machine he once hated. He starts questioning his own motives, wondering if the implants inside him are truly helping him or slowly changing him into something he never intended to become. The lines between right and wrong blur, and the world around him becomes more chaotic. One night, as he infiltrates a corporate facility to expose their darkest secrets, he encounters an old ally, someone who was once part of his protest group. But this ally isn't the same anymore. The implants have changed them too. Now they're a weapon of the corporation, hunting down those who dare to resist. Their fight is inevitable. Two former allies turned enemies, fighting for control over the city and its future. The battle is fierce, the streets filled with flashes of neon and the sound of clashing metal. It's a fight for survival, but it's also a fight for the future. The young man realizes that this isn't just about defeating the corporations, it's about saving what's left of humanity. If they lose, the city will never be the same. People will become nothing more than soulless machines controlled by those who pull the strings from the shadows. In the final confrontation, the young man faces the ultimate test of his strength, both physical and mental. The corporations have one last trick up their sleeves, and it's a weapon unlike anything he's faced before. It's a choice: save the city or save himself. But is he even the same person anymore? Has he become more machine than man? The city's future rests on his shoulders, and he knows that no matter what happens, there will be no turning back. In the end, the rebellion doesn't end in a single battle. It's a movement. The young man's actions ignite something deeper in the city's heart. The people rise up, inspired by his courage, by the truth he revealed. The corporations may have controlled the city for now, but they can't control the will of the people forever. Change is coming, and it starts with every individual willing to fight for a better future. The young man disappears into the shadows once more, his mission unfinished, but his impact undeniable. The fight continues, not just for survival, but for freedom, for hope, for the belief that one person can change the world. The city may be dark, but the lights of rebellion burn brighter than ever. But the battle isn't over. The corporations will retaliate. They will fight to keep their grip on power. The young man's journey has only just begun. There are more streets to free, more people to save, and more battles to fight. The future of the city depends on the courage of those willing to stand up and say, enough. As the neon lights flicker and the city buzzes with the energy of 1,000 lives, one thing is certain: the fight against the machine will continue. The augmented rebel may have found his purpose, but his story is far from over. There will be more battles, more sacrifices, and more victories. Now, the question is, will you join the rebellion? Will you stand up and fight for a future where people are more than just pawns? Or will you remain silent, watching as the corporations tighten their grip on everything? The choice is yours. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more about the world of the augmented rebel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and drop a comment below. We want to hear your thoughts on this fight for freedom. Will you be the one to lead the revolution, or will you watch from the sidelines? Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this one. The future is in your hands, and the rebellion is just beginning.